giving nothing but truth.
What's going on? It's DJ Revolution once again. We back in the studio, and we're talking about my new album, King of the Decks, coming out September 16th on Duck Down. And you know, we're getting a little bit more deep into the making of the album this time. You know, I want to show you guys how maybe open up a session, tell you a little bit about some of the behind the scenes, about how some of the songs got made, what songs didn't make it, maybe play some beats that got rejected. You know, we'll just get into it a little bit deeper. You know what I'm saying?
So you wanna be a DJ live on the set, kid? Traveling back again, you should not forget, kid. The beats in the street, and you have been.
So what I'm gonna do right now is take you into a session for one of the songs of my new album, King of the Decks, coming out September 16th. And there's a lot of shit going on in here. You know, I got a lot of, the beat was made in here, the cuts were brought into here, the vocals from two different MCs were recorded at two different times, and then one of the first sessions vocally was taken again in New York, and I had to bring it back out and import it back into this session. So, you know, a lot of real dirty production work went into this. And so this is King of the Decks. It's featuring Sean Price and Tash. And I'll play you a little sample of it so you can hear what it is, and then I'll break it down for you.
Try to be the ace, but the king is back. Come out of my throne, you can't rep it like me. The invincible, untouchable. The emperor, son, show respect when I'm rocking the two texts. He cuts, straps, transforms with finesse. My dude Rev is the king of the decks. Do the knowledge for real. Motherfuckers should acknowledge the skill. 4x44 can face and demolish your grill. Listen.
So obviously you hear Sean P, and you know, I got his vocals.
I ain't the DJ, but I cut and scratch with the gym stop.
So those weren't the original vocals. When I first got Sean to come through the studio, dude was coming off the last show of like a 3-week tour, like 20 shows or something, 18 shows or something. And I caught him on the morning after his last show, and dude sounded like he chewed a bag of rocks for breakfast. It was so grimy. I loved it at the time. I'm like, damn, he sounds real different. And he was really pushing his vocal cords, and it sounded great. And I kept it. And then I kept it kind of thinking I might go, you know, try and get him to do it again just to see how it sounds. So, and while he was here, I asked him, yo, who else do you want? Who would you see on this track, man, from the West Coast? Because I got you from the East. Who's your counterpart out here? Who do you want to see on this track? And he said 2 names, and the first name he said was Tash. So that's all I needed to hear. I just went and you know, called up Tash the next week, and you know, prior to Sean coming here and recording his vocals, I had already sent him the beat with the scratch hook built in, so he already knew what he was doing. So when I sent Tash the song, I sent him the song with Sean's verse in it. So he sent me back the end the end result was him sending me back his verse. And it sounds a little something like this right here.
Up the temperature, son, show respect when I'm rocking the two texts. While I'm deep up in the cut up in the city, I'm bred from. You couldn't find a Tash till I left a trail of breadcrumbs. Red rum is rapping with these niggas trying to match me. So it's not a lot of places in the city you can catch me. So scratch me if you can, will I claim to understand how red hands move faster than the trains in Japan. Spies go deep to peak, Tash monopoly. Stalking while I'm walking, gotta kick them off my property. CD to the wax is to the mini disc. I bogart the microphone like, yeah, nigga, give me this.
So you can see they both came off and they fit well together in the song, but they had a concept. I told them the concept of the album, told them everything I needed them to touch on, and I just gave them the scratch hook by itself with the beat so that they could do what they wanted to. And in the end, the shit came out banging. So, you know, I appreciate Sean putting in that extra effort for me, man, to give me what I need, because that shit came out crazy. And it's, you know, to me, it's one of my favorite songs on the album, and it's an interesting pair up between Sean Price and Tash, because you know Tash is, you know, just he's always been a monster on the microphone, and it was Sean's first request, so you know, shit, he came through and spit it out lovely for me, man. I figured the only thing I could do is just go and get who he really wants on the track, and it came out classic. So there it is. It's King of the Deck, Sean Price and Tash. The title track off the album is coming out September 16th, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot more stories, got a lot more interesting behind the scenes things that you're gonna want to check out.
So you wanna be a DJ live on the set, kid? Traveling back again, you should not forget, kid. The beats in the street, and you have been elected to carry the tradition of records being selected. Check it, your job is to break new records. Go to the club, get on, man, and wretch. Seamless mixing, blends undetected. The true DJ and MC are connected.